And tonight's first star from your Edmonton Oilers with 2 assists, number 77, Oscar Klefbom. And now down to Oiler TV's Tony Brar, who's standing by with number 77 of your Edmonton Oilers.
Oscar, of course, the start you were looking for as a team, but 2 assists for you personally. How nice was it to get that win here at Rogers Place?
First off, it's really nice to have a win to start off the season with here. It's always nice to score some points right away, but the win was the most important.
It's a new look for you, and especially on the back end with Joel Persson. You were paired with him today. What did you see out of the young Swedish defenseman?
He has a lot of skill. He's a good player. I think we saw today he's have a lot of potential. So it's going to be an interesting season and a good start.
Both of you guys like getting up into the rushes. How do you guys maybe balance that on the ice?
It's going to be a little give and take. It's going to be interesting to see how we find that chemistry. But obviously we got to read off each other. But that's going to be something it's going to be just better and better.
Oscar, thanks for your time.
Thanks.
That's defenseman Oscar Klefbom with 2 assists in a 2-0 victory for your Edmonton Oilers here at Rogers Place.
The Edmonton Oilers organization would like to thank all fans in attendance tonight for another great show of support. The Oilers are back at Rogers Place Thursday, September 19th, as they take on the Vancouver Canucks. Puck drop scheduled for 7 p.m. Don't forget to tune in to AM 630 CHED for Bob Stauffer's pregame show, Jack Michaels play-by-play, and Reed Wilkins' postgame show on the official radio home of your Edmonton Oilers, AM 630 CHED. Please drive home safely.
Well, it was the top line making their mark tonight as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and James Neal both got on the scoreboard, as the final tally is the Edmonton Oilers 2 and the Winnipeg Jets 0 from Rogers Place. Welcome to the live post-game show. I'm Tony Brar. Welcome to Oilers TV and EdmontonOilers.com. Stay tuned. In just a few moments, we're going to head inside the Oilers dressing room, hear from the players and also head coach Dave Tippett in just a few moments. Stay tuned. Stuart, obviously the result you guys are looking for as a team, but maybe talk about your game personally. 18 stops in over half the game. Just assess where you're at right now.
Yeah, I felt good. Obviously, the whole team played really well defensively. They didn't really get a ton of chances. I think they got a few early on, then we kind of tightened it up, and I thought we played really structurally really well. I think we made them dump in the puck a lot, which allowed me to play the puck, and we were able to get out of there pretty quick. So I think just team overall. I mean, it's not just me, so it's we played a really good team game.
I know just not Edmonton in particular, but both teams kind of came out a little sluggish. Does that kind of help with in terms of kind of getting into the groove of things, seeing shots that you normally wouldn't see in a tighter game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the opportunities that they got, I think they got a few pretty quickly, and that helped me kind of just loosen up and play my game. And just like how we said in the morning, don't overcomplicate things and just enjoy playing hockey. So that's what I did.
Did you spot any of your family or friends in the crowd at all?
I didn't know. There's actually quite a bit of people here, so it was loud and really great fan base. So it's a good thing that I couldn't see anybody.
Excellent. Thanks, Stu.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good job today.
Thanks.
We'll talk to Joel.
Good first game together, but tomorrow is a new day.
How did you find the pace of the game?
As I said before, it took a couple of shifts to get into it, but I felt better and better during the game. So you need to gap up for quicker and those things. So, but as I said before, I think it went better as the game went on.
Joel, you and Oscar are two defensemen that don't mind getting into the play, rushing up the ice as well. Is that something you guys communicate, saying, okay, maybe you go next shift, or how does that kind of work?
Both players, I think, has great hockey sense, so we can read off situations. We see where the other player is. If the other player has a better opportunity to I mean, first game was I think it was good. I felt better and better during the game.
You talk
Short passes in the NHL, 10-foot in the NHL, no stretch passes like in Europe where you can pass the puck 60 feet with a big ice surface. It's different here.
Yeah, you need to
Quicker 10-foot
be quicker, make some plays sometimes between skate and sticks and those things, and don't be afraid of those plays either. So I feel the confidence to make those plays, and I feel good.
2 assists on the score sheet. Must be nice to kind of get that under your first belt, get your first couple of points in the preseason.
Of course, offensive player will always like to score points. Doesn't matter if it's a preseason game or the practice. It's good for your confidence to make plays and have some shots on the nets.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks. Appreciate your time.
First real taste of North American ice.
Sorry. You played a solid game. Obviously, it's fun to have another Swede. Playing with another Swede, it's going to take some time to get some chemistry going, but I think we're off to a really good start, and you can really tell what potential he has on the ice. Had a lot of poise with the puck. Feels very confident out there already, so it's fun to play alongside him.
He's not a rookie by any means when it comes to the pro game, but was he asking you questions about little situations here and there, or was he pretty much good on his own?
I think he was good on his own. I just remember when I came over here, it's a big transition going for the big ice over in Sweden when you have a lot of time, there's a lot of structure to come over here, and the ice is smaller and you don't have that much time, and there's people everywhere and they're skating and try to hit you. So it's a big difference, but I think he played a very solid first game.
Oscar, on a personal level, I know the standings don't really mean much in terms of points, but when you pick up 2 assists, how much does that kind of help your confidence in knowing that you're getting the ball rolling early here in the preseason?
Obviously, it's nice to get some points early. It's good for the confidence, like you said, but I'm happy if we win the game. The points doesn't really matter for my own part. Obviously, it's nice to get some confidence early here, but as long as we keep on winning and we play good as a team, I'm happy.
What's the person has to learn over in North America that not many stretch passes like in Europe where you can pass the puck 60 feet. Here it's a 10-foot pass through a skater.
Yeah. What I learned coming over here is just create your own time. You got to sprint back to the puck as fast as you can just to get a second so you can get your head up and make that 10-foot pass. If you go back slowly and think you got to have a lot of time and wait for forwards to swing and then make a touchdown pass, that's not going to happen in this league. It's too good for that. So, but I think it's going to be better the longer the season goes on. And like I said, I think he played a solid game, and it feels really good to be on his side.
The hardest thing for him, the hard forecheck, where all of a sudden, guys, he's facing the glass like you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Learned when you first came over.
It is, and it's a high level. If people come in forechecking for you, I mean, back home you can almost nice move and they're gone. And right here they're just gonna turn and go after you again. So you got to keep your head up all the time, and you don't have much time at all. So you got to make the best out of it and skate back hard to create some time.
Does seeing him kind of bring back memories of when you first came over to North America and were kind of feeling your way through the North American game at all?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't have that much poise and confidence that he has right now, but like I said earlier, it feels really, really good to have him by my side, and you can tell you have a lot of potential. Obviously, it's the first game, but it's nice to start off with a win here and get some confidence.
Excellent. Thanks, Oscar.
Top of the right circle, trying to go cross ice, picked off, then turned over by Chase on quick shot on net by Bork. And Nygaard won it last year. No, he didn't. He did finish second in scoring, and James Neal is on the board. Shot from the point by Pearson, and it dropped right at Neal's feet on the rebound, and Neal was able to bank it home.
Well, what does James Neal do, Jack?
Score goals.
Shoots pucks. He's a shooter, a volume shooter, and the Oilers have got some guys with a pass-first mentality. And we already saw Neal from a very acute angle try to bank one in on the short side off of Comrie. And that time he just turned around and fired it.
Of Stuart Skinner in net for Edmonton, and he's been rock solid. 10 saves thus far off the draw, chop toward the net. Skinner another stop right on cue. A back great hand eye by Nugent Hopkins. Klefbom did well to hold the zone. Another chance. Nugent Hopkins shot into a crowd. Double deflection and a save made by Comrie. From the right half, well centered, and that went off the pads of Comrie. One time on net by Klefbom, save Comrie. Backhander score. What a beautiful set of hands exhibited by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as he dragged from forehand to backhand and put it upstairs on Comrie. 2-0 Edmonton with 15 ticks left in the second.
That was a pretty elite level finish there for a guy last year who scored a career high 28 goals. But it really started the previous shift with the chase on Nygaard Haas line, and the Oilers completed a change. Nugent-Hopkins, as you mentioned, pulls from forehand to backhand, and Eric Comrie saw the difference maybe between American Hockey League shooters and NHL shooters on that play. It's a terrific play.
Not much heard from. Here's a shot from the point to save Comrie. Rebound Nugent-Hopkins. Backdoor Neal. Covered by Comrie. Popped free. Still battling. Neal had it hot. The Jets couldn't get on top of that juicy puck, and now 2-on-1. Tyler Benson dishes. One-timer, not much on it. Comrie.
Dave, just your thoughts on Joel Persson in his North American debut, what you thought of him tonight?
The pair of them were real good. I thought our whole team, everybody's getting their legs under them a little bit, but as the game went on, we got stronger and stronger. That pair was really good. Clef's just stable, steady, but Persson he's really smart with the puck, really smart, and they had a good start.
It's been a couple of practices in a game, but just thoughts on Nugent Hopkins and Neil together and.
It's going to take some time. I thought Nuge was real good tonight. Neil is, he's an opportunistic guy. He's looking to score, and hopefully he gets a lot like those ones tonight where they just bounce off people and go in. That's what scorers do. But they were all right tonight. They were all right. I mean, that line had some pressure, and so it's like I say, it's early. The game was a little bit scrambly, but I liked what our D did. I like Lagesson was real strong. Bush was real solid, so the Benning was real good. So it's and both the young goalies were. Wells didn't get tested that much, but Skinner was real sharp on some saves. All in all, it's a good start. I mean, we're trying to feel good about our team, and you go out and we're preaching defense for 2 days, and we don't give up a goal. So something to build on.
Yeah, a couple of lines took some time to kind of get into the game, but the one line that gave you some zone time early was Cave's line with Benson and specifically Russell. Just a comment on, Russell, not everybody talks about him being a guy that's going to be in the mix, but...
Good player. He's a good player. You watch him, he does a lot of things right. And just smart and positionally sound, does a lot of good things with the puck. And Kobe Cave he's been real good too. He's been a nice surprise for me. I'm not sure where I thought he would go, but he's a steady, real calm player right now. It's good to see from him.
Haas and Nygaard, what'd you think?
Struggled early, got pinned in their zone a couple times. So it's their first game in North America, first real game. So we'll see how it goes. But I think both of them will get better than they were tonight. All right, thanks.